Aloha, lovely adventurers. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. So, this week I want to chat to you about whether or not your intuition is a trustworthy partner. Now, a lot of the times I work with clients or I hear from my audience and we talk about intuition, and I always am about follow your intuitive tugs to what is the next best step for you to do in your business. They inevitably go, or someone inevitably goes, but I don't know if I can trust it. I just don't trust my intuition. Now, it should be so easy to tap into your intuition, and it is, but if you have any kind of trust issues with it, then you're not really motivated to want to follow through with the advice that your intuition gives you. So, one of the reasons that you may not trust your intuition is because of this. Our minds, our brains, our habits, our egos are very, very smart and clever. And they can be so clever, it can be so sneaky that it can masquerade as your intuition. And so you get these intuitive hits or these ideas that come to you through your intuition. And in fact, it's not your intuition talking at all. It's not sourced from any kind of higher power, all knowledge, potential realizing magic. It's your little ego that is restricted, that is limited, that wants you to stay small, that is talking through the voice of your intuition. And so, of course, you go and you go and take the action that it says to do, and nothing happens. You remain the same. You stay in exactly the same place in your business, exactly the same place in your life, and you're wondering, but I thought that intuition was meant to bring me magic. And it is. The problem is that you haven't done the work beforehand to figure out whether, or to leave it, to leave it as a clear channel for your intuition to come through. And it's getting mixed up with your very, very smart ego that will do absolutely anything to stay alive and to stay relevant. So here's a hint to know whether it is your intuition talking or not. Now, I've changed my opinion on this. I used to think that every time you got an intuitive hit, it would be really, really exciting and it would feel expansive. But what I've realized is that sometimes it feels really exciting and expansive, or it feels fucking scary, like really scary. You're like, oh my God, how can I possibly do that? There's all these things are going to happen, blah, 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 blah. Because the reason why you know that this is your intuition, even though it's scary, is because you know your ego is not liking it. Your ego is like, oh my God, I don't want to do that freaking scary thing that you are suggesting of me, so I'm going to fill you with fear. And then you might think, oh, but I thought that intuition was meant to be all happy, love, and rainbows. And so this must not be my intuition, so I better not do it. Wrong. It is your intuition speaking. It's asking you to expand. It's asking you to go much bigger than the wee little ego that has kept you where you are right now. And that is frustrating the fuck out of you and making you not grow in your business. So that is one way to know whether it is really your intuition calling. And this is also why you must clear any resistances or fears that come up around knowing what to do. Because if you don't do this, then it's going to be muddied waters. It's going to allow your ego a channel to talk through. And we don't want that. We want your intuition to be crystal clear. So this is why torching your resistance is so important before checking into your intuition, okay? And this is something that we are going to be doing on the Adventurous Path to Creating Your Dream Business. Now, it was formerly known the Bonfire. There's a huge reason why I changed the name of that. Basically because Firing Resistance Bonfire only really talked about a quarter of the content of what we're actually going to cover it. So the Adventurous Path to Creating Your Dream Business is where we're going to cover one, torching your resistance before checking in to your intuition, and then taking the intuitive hits, and lastly, bringing yourself to the place where you can insert yourself into the reality of your dream business where it exists right now. And here's a hint, it doesn't exist in any time or space that you're currently occupying, because if it did, then you'd already be there. Now, torching your resistance and inserting yourself into reality are two components that I see are often missing in other manifesting courses, right? They like to get to all the fluffy stuff. What I know to be true now is that if you miss these two things, it becomes fucking hard work. It's not easy and it takes a lifetime. And I'm tired of lifetimes. I don't know about you. I want things to be faster. I want things to be easier. I always want things to be easier. So if this is interesting for you, then we do start in the next 5 days, and you do have time to still hop on with the other adventurers who have already joined us. I'm going to drop my email address into the description, and if you want to get onto that, then send me an email ASAP. Let's get on a call and see if this is right for you or if it's not. Anyway, until then, have fun with your intuition. I hope that you get to the place where you trust it and follow it, and that you start creating more and more magic in your business. Ciao for now. Bye.